Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Torment. Now, by the way, I do have a bit of a sore throat. I've just been coughing a little bit.
Alright.
So if I sound a little bit then I apologise. But that's the reason. And, yeah, if I start coughing, that's also the reason. Oh well, let's go. I think we were going around and talking to people and trying to find this particular person we're after, whose name escapes me at the moment, but I think it begins with an A. I might be horribly wrong. So we're going to go and talk to people, I think, while we're here. Nenny Nine Eyes, this petite, attractive young woman, is smiling blissfully and humming to herself. Her wide, pale blue eyes seem to constantly drink in her surroundings as she looks about. Greetings. The smiling young woman curtsies gracefully and looks up to you, smiling. Well met, good sir. I'm Nenny, and how are you this fine day? She suddenly notices your scars and places a gloved hand over her mouth. Oh my, you're hurt, she blinks. All over. Mort spins around you, mocking the girl's obviousness. Powers above, Chief. She's right. I never noticed before. You're covered in scars. They're all old scars. I'm fine. She nods quietly, lowering her hand. I had some questions. Huh? She can't seem to tear her eyes from your scars. Oh, how shameful of me. Don't mind my rude staring. I am named Nenny. She makes a little curtsy. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you to our brothel for the slaking of intellectual lusts. She returns to staring at your body. You have tattoos under those scars too. What's that one? She points to one of your tattoos. That one's... looks fascinating. Look at the way the lines of ink. I think that's ink. She squints at the tattoo, then reaches out to touch it. Do I allow her to touch you, or don't? I think we'll back off. Then he looks up you to prevent her from touching your skin. Sorry, good sir. No harm meant by it. I just wanted to trace the tattoo and get a feel for its pattern. It's most fascinating. She pats for a moment, then slaps her head lightly. I'm too forward. My many apologies, good sir. Please don't be upset. Mort waggles his eyebrows. You're too forward, all right. They have something to do with those swaying pendulous... Mort. That's enough. That's not a problem, miss. Nenny nods and smiles sweetly at you. I'm sorry, but I have to know. Are you absolutely sure you're all right? I'm looking at you, and I can't help but believe that you're not in some pain. I have amnesia, but that is all. Amnesia? Nenny blinks, then brightens. Loss of memory. You are so lucky, she chimes perkily. Everything must be so new to you. The newness is unwelcome. That sounds so sad. Yes, it is, but I have some more questions. Please ask. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? What? Oh, I just can't. I can't say anything bad about anyone. I'm just no good at it. It's not bad to point out a thief, Nenny. Oh, but I don't know if she's a thief. Nenny bites her lip and looks at you with pleading eyes as if she just wishes you'd leave the topic alone. Look, why don't you try and say something not nice? Oh, all right. Nenny puts her hands on her hips and frowns deeply, almost exaggeratedly. You resist the temptation to laugh. Ooh, I dislike her very, very much. She pauses for a moment, then looks at you out of the corner of her eyes, as if gauging your action. Was that convincing? Not really. I knew I wouldn't be any good at this. She looks up at you, depressed. Do you know how hard it is to say bad things about someone? It feels so wrong. This feels really weird going through this line. Why don't you practice on me, Nenny? I suppose I could try. You big, mean, nasty... brute. She puts her hands on her hips. Meanie. She looks at you. How was that? Put more accent on brute. You big, mean, nasty brute. Better. Now hit me. Then he clamps her hands over her mouth, looking shocked. Oh, I couldn't. I mustn't. She blinks. How does one hit somebody? Anyway. Go ahead, do it lightly, if you have to. Remember, I'm a mean, nasty brute. I deserve it. Then he slaps you. You barely feel it. She still looks shocked and frightened she hurt you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that hurt? Tell me you're okay. Never. That's so sarcastic. Don't break character, Nenny. Come on, show me what you've got. You can say something bad. Just let it all out. Oh, I mean, And then he draws her tiny frame to its full height, balls her hands into fists, puts them on her hips and scrunches up her face in a cute scowl. Oh, damned be you! You deserve that for all the indignities you put me through, going out late at night. Her eyes roam up and down your body, getting into fights, and getting all scarred up. What are the kids going to think, Kids? What? Nenny's fury rises another notch. Have you forgotten our children? Are you so sodden with drink that you can't even remember that we have children? Nenny throws up her hands in exasperation. You're hopeless, clueless, and a lot of other lesses I won't mention right now. Calm down, time to let go of the anger. Phew, that was easier than I thought. No kidding. I'm sure I'll do better next time. I'm so excited to have learned something new. Thank you. Another question. That's how we got into that, isn't it? Never mind.
I'm gone.
Right, okay. This whole thing is weird. Which is rather the point, isn't it? Echo. 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 The striking... It's spelled differently, I know. Never mind. The striking young woman has skin the colour of burnished copper. A translucent white dress, held precariously by golden clasps, is draped carefully over her shapely form. Greetings. The woman nods and smiles briefly. The scent of her hair, sweetly perfumed, fills your nostrils. I had some questions. She nods. Who are you? She smiles and curtsies, but offers no response. Can you speak? She shakes her head and smiles sadly.
Updated my journal.
I love this girl already. Can you write then, or pantomime? She pouts, shaking her head. May I ask why you can't communicate? Because you can do it by shaking your head. She sighs softly and nods. Okay. Let me ask you something else. Yeah, may I ask why you can't communicate? No, so I can't actually ask that. Okay. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. You know where it might be. She shakes her head, shrugging, gives you an apologetic look. Never mind. Don't think there's anything else there, is there? Oh, hello. Sorry, I forgot about Duck on for a moment. Because he was much further back. And he's normally the fastest one, so... Let's not break into someone's bedroom and loot their stuff. It's rather... It's considered impolite. And that's just another random room. Marissa. Why are you hiding back here, my dear? Squinting at the figurine behind the figure behind the partition, you can barely make out a shapely female form in the darkness. She turns to you, but you can see nothing of her face. Greetings. The figure answers in a voice that is slow and deadly, like a steel dagger drawn across stone. Yes? Come to speak with Marissa, have you? Quite rude of you to enter a darkened room, storming behind my partition like so... rude and foolhardy. You can hear a faint whispering sound like a slight breeze or the hissing of serpents. Whoa, creepy girl. My apologies, my lady. I wasn't sure if someone was here. The woman gave a slight But it would seem that there is someone in this room, wouldn't it? No. Oh, right. But it would seem that there is someone in this room, wouldn't it? Shall you be on your way, then? I had some questions. Ask. Why is it so dark in here? To prevent any unwanted and embarrassing casualties. Now, what is it that you want? Ooh. What was it? What was it? What was it? Hissing of serpents. Hissing of serpents. Ooh. Ooh. So she's a gorgon. Ooh. I suspect. If you see them directly, although I think it's if you see them directly, you turn to stone. Obviously, that's the Greek myth rather than Baldur's Gate lore, which is different and blah blah blah. Why do you remain behind the screen? Is it your wish that I step away from this partition into some patch of light and speak to you face to face? Marissa laughs, and there is the sound of scales sliding on scales. Nay, I think not. The darkness suits me, and doubtless suits you as well. I'm going to trust you. Oh, what can you tell me about the silent prostitute?
Updated my journal.
Yes, Echo. I knew another Echo once, though her name was written differently. I know nothing of this girl, though. Ask Delora of her. She made friends of an old lover of Echo's, I have heard. Okay. Trying to find Vivian's scent. I haven't a clue. What are you doing here? Sitting here with my thoughts, listening to you voice up yours. The silence of both of them, literal then figurative, is deafening. Why do you have such a terrible disposition? You're a faint hissing sound. Because something of mine is missing, and something unwanted has arrived on my doorstep in its place. Actually, you and me. What's gone missing?
Updated my journal.
My veil, my crimson veil. Have you seen it, perchance? No. Is it just a normal veil? No, not quite. It aids me in communication. Face-to-face communication, that is. Why do you need to hide your face? Enough with these asinine questions. How tiresomely annoying you are. Now, what do you want? Okay. Right. Okay, let's go and find things then.
Done.
Although I might be able to start rummaging through people's rooms, actually, to find these things. Oh, Delora's right there. Ceres. You look pale. Are you alright? This alarmingly voluptuous woman has a thick mane of wavy, raven-coloured hair. That's not raven-coloured, that's red. Bluish skin. And shimmering crimson eyes, like rubies, which have fires lit behind them. Though she is not beautiful in the typical sense of the word, her features are exotic, and not altogether unattractive. Greetings. And my greetings to you, sir. Her burning eyes ran over you. I'm Ceres. So tell me, what might I do for you? Anything. Do anything you want to me. Thank you, Mort. Kesai laughs heartily, revealing canines long enough to be considered fangs. She takes her head and smiles at Mort. Truly, though, please. What can I do for you? What do you usually do for patrons? Talk, of course, usually about dreams, often those erotic in nature, but not always. Kesai winks at you, smiling. So, would you like to tell me yours? Don't be shy. I've heard everything, you know. Nothing will shock or surprise me. And I so love to hear people's dreams. We can trade if you'd like, but you must go first. I don't dream, actually. Kesai arches her eyebrows in surprise. Truly? How sad. Even fiends and devas dream, you know. Are you certain you don't? Quite certain. No dreams at all. Too peculiar. I'm at a loss as to what to say. I did have some questions. Kesai blinks her crimson eyes at you, waiting. What are you? What, can't you tell? She draws herself up, thrusting her ample bosom towards you. A woman. She raises an eyebrow. I can see my answer doesn't please you. I'm plain-touched, actually. Like your friend here. Kesai indicates Anna. That's all you need to know. Another question. You can tell me it's silent prostitute. Yes, that's Echo. She's very sweet, but so quiet. I understand that she said something once, which caused some great tragedy, and because of that she will never speak again. Kesai shrugs, smiling. An interesting enough story, but I don't know if it's true. Try asking Delora. I've seen her talking to an ex-lover of Echo, back from a time when Echo was speaking. Okay. Vivian said.
Updated my journal.
No, I don't. Most of the women will say she's prissy, but she's always been nice enough to me, complimenting me on my eyes, and she smells so good. I hope she finds her own scent again soon. Try asking Nenny about it. She's everywhere at once and might have seen something. Do I want to comment on her eyes? No. Trying to find Marissa's crimson veil.
Updated my journal.
No. I haven't seen it since the last time she wore it out. But Nenny might have seen something, so try asking her. I'll admit it's been nice. Marissa won't leave her chamber without the veil, and so we've all been spared her foul tongue, leaving us only Kamatsi to deal with. That Kamatzi's the worst of the two, though. How so? Marissa's haughty and mean, but Kamatsi, she's a bitter, spiteful monster of a woman, with a venomous tongue and the demeanor of a Balor. I can't see why anyone would like to speak with her. I sincerely doubt her appearance makes up for that flaying, poisonous mouth of hers, but she receives patrons nonetheless. Never mind. Okay.
I'm gone.
Open the door. Just a door. Just a room. Kamatsi Adatang. This wild-looking tiefling girl meets your gaze with an angry scowl. Her tattooed body is practically naked, covered by only a narrow leather thong, a black cloth brassiere. I should have another A in the end. And armoured shoulder pads that, unless Americans spell it differently? And armoured shoulder pads that appear to serve more as decoration rather than actual protection. So they're armoured shoulder pads in video games. Her spiked hair, as well as the thin fur that covers her goat-like legs, is brassy white, and numerous silver rings dangle from her ears, nostrils, lips and brow. She wears a leather collar around her throat with the inscription Kamatsi Adatang. Greetings. And just what are you looking at, you banged-up sod? My friend thought you were attractive, but whoa, was he ever horribly mistaken? She sneers at Mort, then looks below, where a body would normally be. Sharp tongue for a stemless deader. Right. I could let them go at it. Let them go. Like I'd let mine anywhere near if I had one. What? Did you hear the word brothel and think you could make some jinky, you flea-bitten gutter hut? Whoa. Ha! Can't believe they even let you in the door, what with all this ticks hopping off your legs. Ticks? Oh no, sorry. Ticks. The only annoying insect around here is you. Hey, you here to talk to me or what? Yes, I had some questions. And what makes you think I care? Why don't you lick my backside? Well, that's enough. Yep. Let's head off. So we should talk to Delora, because that'll open up talking to Echo. Eve's the tail chaser. This fetching young woman has a faraway look in her soft sea green eyes. Greetings. Greetings. I am Eves, the tail chaser. What a coincidence. I too chase tails. Well done, Mort. Eves continues unperturbed. Have you come to trade tails? Yes, I would like to. I would like that very much, yes. Tell her the story of Reekwind's curse. I don't think I should tell that. Tell her the story of Reekwind's curse. Eves leans forwards as you tell the tale of Reekwind's odiferous curse. She seems to devour your every word. As you finish, she smiles at you. I shall remember this tale. And now I have one for you. The Gilded Tale. Go on. Upon the plain of Isgard is the Gilded Hall, where those sensates that seek the pleasure of gullet and loin can be found. They indulge these passions in earnest, never realizing that the doors of the hall never open, and that there is no clear path back to the civic fest hall. They are the unwanted sensates, the ones that do not truly believe in the faction, but instead seek only pleasure for pleasure's sake. Are prisoners who do not realize they are such truly prisoners? Another one. This one can be into this story to tell. Mort, do you have a story to trade? Me? Do I have to tell a story? Just tell a story, Mort. Fine, fine. An elderly man was sitting alone in a dark path, right? He wasn't certain of which direction to go, and he'd forgotten both where he was travelling to and who he was. He'd sat down for a moment to rest his weary legs, and suddenly looked up to see an elderly woman before him. She grinned toothlessly, and with a cackle spoke. Now, your third wish. What will it be? So the third wish is gonna be the first wish again, and the second wish is, I wish I wish I'd never made that wish and didn't remember it or something. Go on. Third wish? The man was baffled. How can it be a third wish if I haven't had a first and second wish? You've had 2 wishes already, the hag said. But your second wish was for me to return everything to the way it was before you'd made your first wish. That's why you remember nothing. Because everything is the way it was before you made any wishes. She cackled at the poor Burke. So it is that you have 1 wish left. All right, I don't believe this, but there's no harm in wishing. I wish to know who I am. Funny, said the old woman as she granted his wish and disappeared forever. That was your first wish. An interesting tale, Mort, and now I'm one for you and your companion, the Fiend's Game.